That's Nick.
And that's Joseph. And today we're here to talk about Honest Thief, the latest Liam Neeson action film, the sophomore film directed by Mark Williams, who is the co-creator and producer of Ozark, the famed Netflix television series. It will be released in theaters, courtesy of Open Road Films, on October 16th, 2020.
This is another surprise video because I don't know anything about this movie except for what you just said, and obviously didn't watch it. So what is it about?
Mr. Neeson plays Tom, and it opens as he's robbing a bank, and we get a montage of audio news stories about the In-N-Out Bandit, a man who goes in and out of banks for almost a decade and is never apprehended, and they still don't know his mechanisms for getting in and out. Hence the In-N-Out Bandit. It is, of course, Liam Neeson doing all of this stealing. He's accrued about $9 million when he meets a woman named Annie, who works the front desk at a storage facility played by Katie Walsh. She's studying psychology. They fall in love, and the narrative skips forward a year in time, and he's deciding that he wants to be with her. He invites her to live with him. She's a divorcee. She doesn't want to do that, but he buys her this grand house that reminds her of her childhood. And that's when he decides that he needs to be an honest thief because he can't build this new life with somebody without paying for his crimes. So without telling her anything, he contacts the FBI and says, "Yo, I want to turn myself in. I'm the In-N-Out Bandit."
What?
Yeah.
What's this movie called again?
Honest Thief.
Oh, okay.
So he reaches Robert Patrick, who's very dubious because, of course, there have been plenty of people that like to admit to crimes they don't do. Robert Patrick, his partner is played by Jeffrey Donovan. It's important to know. So they're dealing with linking up with Liam Neeson, and Robert Patrick is out of the office one day, and he assigns two other FBI agents to go look at it, played by Courtney and Anthony Ramos. And so they go check out Liam Neeson, interview him, and he basically, tells them why he's doing this. He wants to cop a deal because he can't, start out a straight life with his woman if he doesn't pay for his crimes, and he's thinking that if he gives back all the money, he'll get a lesser sentence. They go to the storage facility to see where he says this money is, and they find it, and they think, oh, well, we could just steal this money and kill him.
The detectives.
Yeah.
What?
So Courtney is very malevolent. He's all gung-ho about it, and Anthony Ramos is like, no, we shouldn't do it, but he goes along with it.
No, that's wrong, okay.
So then they try to kill Liam Neeson, and he says, well, actually, that's only $3 million there. You guys didn't count it. The $6 million somewhere else, because I thought I need a bargaining chip. He gets out of it, and basically it's a cat and mouse game. While they're trying to kill him, Robert Patrick shows up, and they kill Robert Patrick, the other two FBI agents. Liam Neeson flees, but it looks like he killed him. So Jeffrey Donovan is chasing him down while Liam Neeson is trying to prove his innocence, a la something like The Fugitive, or Taken 3, or Nonstop, or other Liam Neeson movies.
Okay.
He finally has to tell Annie what's going on. She's upset. She says, you'll definitely have to go to jail. I didn't know you were a bank robber.
Okay, so far this sounds like a movie I would like.
I mean, it's entertaining in that trash sort of way, but you are watching a Liam Neeson action film, so it's about what you expect. It's very silly.
But continue, finish.
He eventually, he starts pursuing Courtney and Anthony Ramos. Anthony Ramos eventually goes back to the good side and wears a wire. Of course, gets killed for his good deeds, and Courtney ends up being arrested. And this elaborate ruse that Liam Neeson pulls, because part of the way he gets in and out of these banks is using explosives and then basically spackling up the wall behind him, kind of thing. So he plants a bomb under Courtney's seat in his car in the final pursuit, and he says, if you get out of this car, then you'll explode. So he has to stay there till the bomb squad comes, and Donovan arrests him, blah, blah, blah. And the end of it, it's coordinated. Liam Neeson's arrest is coordinated. And Jeffrey Donovan looks at Katie Walsh, looks at Liam Neeson. He said, must be one special woman.
So he has $6 million somewhere?
No, he turns in all the money. That's part of the deal.
Wow.
And if I was Annie / Katie Walsh, I would have been upset that you wouldn't have told me you were a bank robber, but we can keep that money.
It's really between him and God. I don't understand why he would.
Well, he's not a young man, so even like 5 years in prison.
I want to know. So he would rob banks and then like blow up like the back, like the vault, or
he would. It does go into elaborate detail because he has to convince them that he did this and how he did it, because it's a mystery how the In-N-Out Bandit works, and he. Talks about how the places he found had a vacant store next to it, or a vacant.
And then he would bring like
abutment or whatever. Yeah.
He'd bring like the putty I used to fill in holes in the wall.
Basic, something more complex.
Oh, I need to watch this movie. I need to watch this movie.
Oh, it's just. It is what it is. I can appreciate an old white action star. I mean, Charles Bronson sure carried Death Wish to his grave, but I don't know. You either like these films Liam Neeson's continuing to make. I thought that Cold Pursuit was supposed to be his last action film, but here he is in this one. So I don't know that we'll ever be through.
He's trying to get his $9 million.
The tagline is "Never steal a man's second chance."
Never steal a man's second chance. I mean, so far I'm into it.
Well, you should have watched it then. I don't know what you were doing, but
I can still watch it.
I don't. Yeah, it's just that's if you like anybody in the cast, sure see it. Katie Walsh really didn't have a lot to do. Again, one of those women characters that is just totally a pawn in this man's life. He doesn't. I don't know. If I were her, I wanted to know. Also, I'm used to her as more of a comedic role. She's Regina Hall's handler in Girls Trip, the one that drinks the candle wax.
Oh, that's okay.
She reminds me of a cross between Wendy Malick and Kristen Wiig. So totally, it's hard for me to take her serious. I think that I was wanting her to make me laugh.
What would you give this film?
I would give it 2 out of 5.
All right. Bye.
Bye.